Hey there, I'm Rosalie Puiman, founder of The Sovereign Leader and author of The Mindful Guide to Conflict Resolution. And in this video, I want to share with you an approach to handling difficult situations that is useful in both really small and in really large difficult situations. So whether you are dealing with your child not eating his vegetables or you are living through Corona crisis, in all these very extreme things, the model that I'm explaining to you today will serve you. And even though it won't solve anything directly, it will completely change your approach of handling the situation that you find yourself in. So let me take you through this. Okay, so the model is called the DSCO model. It is an idea from Alan Seal, who is one of my mentors, who taught me how to coach, how to do transformational presence coaching, and he calls it the DSCO model. And DSCO is basically an acronym. Each of the letters stands for one specific way of handling difficult situations. Okay, so let's begin at the beginning, and that is the D for drama. So when you respond to a challenge from drama, you would say things like, why is this happening to me? Why are they doing this to me? And you would go in circles. So you would stay in this same sort of rhythm of, why are they doing this to me? Why is this happening to me? And as you can probably hear, this is basically the way you would basically approach it as a bit of a victim. You would say, so this situation is going on outside of my control. It is happening to me. Someone is doing something to me. And that is really, you put yourself in a position where you are disempowered. There's nothing you could do that will change the situation. And maybe, quite literally, you cannot do anything to change the situation. But that doesn't mean that your response isn't super important to how the situation plays out. Okay, so let's explore further. The second word, or the second level of interaction with a challenge is the S for situation. And situation, well, that is a level where often in large corporations or in government organizations, you will find yourself quickly. That is the level where we will solve anything and everything as quickly as we can. Right? So there is a problem. Let's not stay in the drama way of handling it. Let's move to situation and solve it. Find a solution. Who do we need to solve this? How can we work through this as quickly as we can? And it is much better to be in solution than to be in drama. For my personal experience in working in government, I know that this is the place where you would use methods that we've used before, right? So you fall back on experience, on in the past this has worked. And that is, it's not bad, but it's also not very future oriented. It's not really potential based. There's not much new that will come out of this. So we're dealing with a crisis or a difficult situation, and we do what we've always done. Okay, so there is more possible. And when you get to the final two letters, or the second half of the DSCO model, you're moving into what I would say is basically a completely different level. You start to engage with the challenge on a level of partnership, I would almost say. So the C stands for choice. And that's all about how you relate to the challenge yourself. So the question that you ask yourself on this level is, how do I want to be in relation to this challenge? Who do I want to be? What version of myself do I want to bring into the equation? So this is the place where you actually empower yourself. You step out of being a victim and into a partnership. So this is going on. How do I want to be? So in that example of the child not eating his vegetables, you can, if you respond immediately, you might yell or scream, or you might threaten, or whatever you do that is not the best way of parenting, not the most effective way of parenting. But if you consider for yourself at that moment, how do I want to relate to this challenge? Who do I want to be? I want to be a supportive parent. I want to be strict, but also flexible and working with the situation that is currently arising. So maybe you would have a very different approach then than when you would just respond immediately from your first reaction and try to solve it immediately, or even say in drama and think, why is he doing this to me? If you have a bigger challenge, say Corona is hitting, and you have to work from home and everything is shutting down, there's nothing you can really do to solve this, right? There's not you against the world trying and finding a solution that will magically stop this crisis from happening. What you can do, however, is change and choose how you want to respond to it. So you can say, okay, so in this current challenge, I choose to be calm. I choose to believe that there's a positive thing happening on the other side of this. I choose to believe that when I have faith in the outcome, everything will work out. Whatever you do, right? But it's completely different energy than being in an energy of drama or solution, which will not get you anywhere, right, in this situation. Okay. And then the final level, the fourth level, is the O for opportunity. So opportunity is a level where you move even a little bit further than choice. It needs you to be able to choose who you want to be to get to the level of opportunity. But when you are in opportunity, you would ask something like, so what is this trying to show me? What is it trying to teach me? What learning is here for me? And looking at any challenge, again, any challenge, small or large, from the perspective of opportunity can again bring you a lot of control, or sort of, control is not the word, it's more empowerment or ownership. It feels completely different when you know that there is a lesson that you're learning, or a growth that you're going through. And that is such a different experience than when you feel things are happening to you. You can now say, things are happening for me. This is an opportunity for me to learn this and that, or this specific thing. So say, for example, you have a tendency to want to control situations. In a crisis, like for example, COVID-19 crisis, working from home, homeschooling your children, you probably don't have control even to the point that you used to have it. So you are very much confronted with a learning opportunity for yourself to let go of control and to release those reins and to lean into what is actually happening, learning to be more present. And if you can see that gift and you can see that opportunity in any challenge that you're facing, I guarantee you that's a completely different experience. So the DSCO model will help you first in awareness. It will show you where you are right now. Are you in drama? Are you in situation, choice, or opportunity? And when you find yourself in one of these first two steps, so in drama or in situation, it can invite you to step up to the levels of choice and opportunity, and through that be much more empowered and strong and aware and conscious of how you can use this challenge, or any challenge that you find yourself in, how you can use it to grow into the potential that you are actually going towards. So I hope this gives you a new and helpful perspective on facing challenges. And I am curious to hear how you are currently handling the challenges that you are facing, and also how you can see yourself shifting into choice or opportunity. So let me know by leaving a comment, sending me a message, and I really look forward to reading your comments and seeing how you are currently leaning into the opportunity of the crises that you might face. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.